And welcome to the banks of the famous River Nile for our 3-day cruise.
Please don't be mine. Please don't be mine. That is absolutely freezing.
Cheers.
Cheers. We are finally on our way. Never actually visited a temple at night.
6:43 in the morning and it is freezing.
No.
Oh! What a catch! It's coming back! It's coming back! Good morning. We have woken up and we are in Aswan on the banks of the great River Nile. We got up bright and early and embarked on one hell of a journey. We done a 6-hour bus with Go Bus from Hurghada to Luxor. We are now walking in the main road heading to, it's got to be that. Ah, it's actually quite nice. To the main railway station here to get the train to Aswan so we can come back to Luxor on a boat in a few days. And then from Luxor we got the train to Aswan, which was again about 5 hours. That just there is our train to Aswan. We hope after 2 hours of waiting on the platform, we actually got our tickets. Supposedly we have paid, I think, 300 times more than locals. I don't know, it's very confusing. $515 to $20, which is well over the top. Some people said buy on the train. I don't know what's going on. This is what $20, €20 roundabout gets you on a first-class Egyptian train between Aswan and Luxor. On the ticket that you get, it actually says 115 Egyptian pounds, but then they give you another piece of paper that's written out in Arabic, and this piece of paper makes your ticket 500 Egyptian pounds. We were told if you go on the train and buy it, you might get it cheaper, but it seems like it's the same. The guy was like, no, that's the right price. This is what you get. A nice little tray, a guy that was sitting in our seat that had to move.
We even have a seat for our suitcase.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the best. There isn't actually a bus either that goes between the two, so this is the best that you're going to get on the Egyptian railway. We're on the banks of the River Nile and we have one day to just relax, chill out and get ready for our 3-day cruise that we are starting at 6 AM, I believe, tomorrow morning. Actually staying on the highest point in all of Aswan, on top of the hill, so you can see all of the Nile below. And there are actually so many islands. I didn't realise the Nile in Aswan had like 100 different tiny islands. Some of them are actually inhabited. The plan was to head to one of them for the day, but after that travel day yesterday, I'm relaxing here, and this is the room. Let me show you the room quickly. This is normally Molly's job, so I don't really know how to do this. We've got a huge, great triple bed, so really it's a triple, so if anyone wants to sleep with us in Aswan, they can. Nice desk for working.
Who's doing the work though?
Molly's doing the work. Lovely modern bathroom, and of course the highlight being the view over the Nile.
Today is literally breakfast, lunch and dinner looking at the Nile.
When coming to Aswan, this was my expectation. Having breakfast overlooking the great River Nile. Doesn't get much better than that. Good afternoon and welcome to the banks of the famous River Nile here in Aswan, Egypt. We actually checked out the Philae Temple yesterday evening.
We are cruising in style to Philae Temple.
This is such a unique experience. We're on a tiny little motorboat going between the islands of the River Nile. Just behind me is the Philae Temple. Can you believe that they got this from, I don't even know how. It was flooded, it was sunk, and they managed to excavate it and put it on a brand new island. It used to be called Philae Island. They've now moved it to a brand new island.
Welcome to Philae Temple. How was this place underwater and excavated to be put on land? I don't know. It dates back over 2,000 years ago, and is actually one of the last places where ancient Egyptian religion survived, which is pretty incredible.
And I'm filleting really good because we've come just before sunset and it is pretty empty. This is crazy. You can actually see here the dark patches where these columns were underwater before. One thing we have now is the gods. They love the drink. They loved their wine. I feel like I'm on a movie set. This doesn't feel real. I feel like right now a boulder's going to come or a mummy's going to jump out and attack me. But it's just so unique, the fact that we are on an island right now, surrounded by the Great River Nile. Top tip, in the winter, come just before 5 PM when it closes and you get pretty much the whole place to yourself. And we have now boarded our 2-night luxury cruise going from Aswan to Luxor, checking out a lot of the temples and the other sites along the way. It is a little bit cheesy, it is a little bit cliche, but we thought we had to do it. We booked it with Get Your Guide. They've been very good with their tours out here in Egypt, and I think, I'm not sure, no one really seems to tell us anything, but I think we're setting sail pretty soon. Philae Temple is definitely something you should do if you are in Aswan, like going across on a little motorboat, and it's kind of like being on the Nile cruise. Now we still are surrounded by the islands, kind of. I'll give you a tour of our top deck. Like Matt said, we really don't know what's going on right now, so the only thing I can do is give you a tour of where I am. So obviously we are on the Nile. Watch out for the Nile crocodiles.
They're not in this bit, they're in the other bit, hopefully. We have a huge bar here. I don't know if it's
most
open.
Important part. Yeah,
that is the most important part. Hopefully we can get a drink later. Loads of table and chairs, which I really like. Actually really nice table and chairs. And at the very end, we have a hammock, we have lots of sun loungers, and we have a swimming pool, which I will definitely be getting in soon. Hopefully. We booked this with Get Your Guide. Get Your Guide is basically an online platform where you can book all of your travel experiences. They have over 68,000 unforgettable experiences in over 150 countries, which means that I'm pretty sure wherever you are, you'll be able to find an experience that suits you. The Get Your Guide experiences are provided by knowledgeable and local experts. You get 24/7 support. You can get free cancellation up to 24 hours before and skip the line value. We actually used Get Your Guide to book the Nile cruise in Cairo. Thank you to Get Your Guide. It was one of those situations where when we got picked up, we were driving past all the boats going, please don't be mine, please don't be mine, please don't be mine. They all say they're 5-star, they all say they're luxury. I don't know who rates them. Ours is pretty nice, I must say. Like,
it's a bit of a lucky dip, but we've ended up getting a really nice one.
Certainly wasn't expecting such a big pool. You know when they say swimming pool, I was expecting something really, really small. I don't know how I feel about getting in when all the touts are like on the side of the road staring at you, but
you could do a swim and then a horse and carriage ride if you want.
I'm not so sure about that. And also, I kind of want to get in now just in case, because you never know what it's like when you're sailing on the way. Like, there might not.
Will the water fall out the pole?
Will you be feeling a bit rough? Like, I don't really know. Anyway.
And then Nile crocodiles are renowned for getting in swimming pools.
Okay, right. What do you reckon? Is it going to be cold?
Of course. At least we have a pool. Some of the boats near us don't have one.
That is absolutely freezing. But I say it's nice sitting and dipping your toes.
This does feel a little bit odd. I am sunbathing next to the city centre of Aswan, and the guy behind me is adamant that I'm going to do a horse and carriage ride just before I set sail on the Nile. Yeah, this is weird. Where should I lay? My friend, over here? Lay here?
You will lay here,
okay.
Because your stomach is...
This is a luxury cruise. I'm getting a free taster of a massage before we set sail. Just here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Put glasses on. Oh, wow. Oh, that is good. Ow! Oh, that is good. My friend, what is your name?
Aziz.
Aziz.
Yeah.
So you think you should massage me every day to take away the stress?
Not every day. You should practice sport or do exercise or something like that.
I think so.
He wants it every day.
The stress of being with Molly, I deserve a daily massage. Shukran, Aziz. I'm getting one from you.
The best one in England.
The best. I'm getting a massage from you. I think I must have mug written across my forehead. Aziz was a very good salesman, but he definitely saw me coming, as I've ended up paying for whatever this is. 5 minutes to dry, and then I will wash, and I'll be fresh. Hello, my friend. Can I get 2 beers, please?
Okay, I'll bring it.
Thank you, shukran. Thank you very much, shukran. Cheers.
Cheers. We are finally on our way cruising along the Nile. A little bit later than we expected, but it's okay. The sun is still shining. We have Finest in a can. Stella
Classy.
Finest, classy. Drinks aren't included, so this is actually £100 English pound, about £3. I don't think that's that bad.
English pounds?
Three English pounds,
No,
not 100.
Pounds.
Oh yeah,
100
yeah, but
Egyptian, not English.
which is £3 English pounds. I'll get there in the end. I think it's all the excitement of being able to cruise along the Nile. But we have a few hours until we reach Com Ombo Temple. Well, hopefully we can watch the sunset. It is January, so up on the top when the wind is blowing and the boat is moving, it gets absolutely freezing. So we need to get changed, and while we're doing that, I will show you our room. We actually got upgraded to the suite. It's not quite a suite as you would imagine, but it is pretty nice. That it's very modern, it's clean, and it's comfortable. And we do have a spectacular view out on the Nile. Huge windows. The only thing is you can't actually open the windows.
That's the one downside. The room's lovely, like super modern. It's just, I want to be able, look at this view. I just want to be able to open this,
like hang your head out,
smell the Nile.
Smell the Nile, be with the breeze, but you can't. So obviously we have our little chairs where we can sit and watch the Nile. We have, did you see that? I've got a pillar, a random pillar in the room, a huge double bed, and I like the decor. It's kind of like nautical vibes. We do have a TV, not sure if there's any channels on it, and a very big bathroom.
This is definitely the coolest way to see the River Nile. I can just lay down in bed as we pass through all the tiny little villages with the sun setting in the distance. This is what I wanted. This is quintessential Egypt. Shukran, thank you.
After watching sunset and cruising along the Nile for a couple of hours, we've made it to Com Ombo. Com Ombo actually means the gold mountain, and we've never actually visited a temple at night. This is really unique to see it like this.
It's a little bit creepy.
Yeah, it's a little
Watch out for the mummies.
Do need to watch out for the mummies. It's very busy, but look at how cool this looks.
This is so unique, being able to go into one of the temples at night with the thousands and thousands of other tourists from the tens of other cruise ships. But you jump off and you are literally straight in the Com Ombo temple. It was 160 Egyptian pounds to enter, which isn't actually included within our tour. But this one is special because they worship two gods, Horus and Subek, the crocodile and the falcon. And they actually believe by worshipping the crocodiles that they wouldn't get eaten by the crocodiles from the River Nile. Pretty crazy. I told you that there are crocodiles in the Nile.
I've heard of mummies, but I haven't heard of crocodile mummies.
No, thank you, shukran.
The Crocodile Museum was really cool, and when you come out, you have everyone selling you everything. But I need to get back to the boat for dinner. Look at this. I really hope there's no crocodile tonight.
So this is where we have breakfast, lunch and dinner, and this is just the dessert section. You come through, we have some koshery, so some Egyptian bits. We have the chef there doing his magic. And what we got there, is that pasta station?
Yeah, well, I think it's kebabs.
Ooh.
We have everything, potatoes, vegetables, couscous, and that dessert section was way too big.
Could I get, is it chicken? Could I have one please? Shukran. This is nice, we have a little bit of everything. We have koshery, which I think is a national dish, which basically is carb overload, and we have got a shawarma in a roll. The temple was amazing, but I've said this before, like when you come out, the people are very annoying. The real Egyptians, I call them. If you go to the real areas, lovely, but you go to them, they are the most annoying people in the world. But I'm going to eat this and go to bed because we are up bright and early tomorrow. Good morning, it is currently 6:43 in the morning and it is freezing cold. In the mornings in January in Egypt it is freezing, so make sure you bring a hoodie. But we are currently headed to Edfu Temple, and the only way to head to Edfu Temple is by horse and carriage. I've said very well, by the way, and make sure your horse is fat.
So what is the name of your horse?
Oh, Zizou.
Zizou!
Ah.
Zizou is a fat horse. I'm pleased to see a fat one. Shukran, Zizou.
Thank you, Zizou. Aww. as you can see, it is pretty much the only way of transport here in Edfu. They're all farmers, so they use their horses for everything. It certainly was an experience. We sailed overnight from Kom Ombo for this Edfu temple, which was actually covered in sand. It was literally under sand, hence why it is one of the best, or the best preserved.
They only found this 200 years ago. I mean, like, how could this go missing?
It is honestly insane.
There it is, on the £50 note. See, now I feel like I'm in a movie. I feel like a huge boulder is going to come down and squash me. This place is huge. It is actually the second largest temple in all of Egypt. My facts are at an all-time low, as it is only 7 in the morning, but to come here and watch the sunrise over the back of the temple is definitely very special. So make sure you do get up. We were contemplating missing it, but supposedly still under sand, not understand, is the oldest temple, the temple dating back even further than this one, and they're going to start digging it up very soon. This is why you get up early. One of the most famous sites in Egypt. And it's just us and...
Almost a few people.
Oh no, they're all coming. Leave. Hello. Shukran. Thank you. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
What have you got?
What have you got?
Oh, nice people. Looking for the towel.
Oh, nice.
I give you good price.
How are they selling towels from the boat?
It's Cairo.
It looks good.
Yeah, how much?
How much?
Have a look.
Have a look?
Yeah.
How do I look?
How much? I'll have a look. I don't know what he's saying.
Hello.
Oh, it looks good. No way.
No.
Oh! What a catch!
I'm looking.
Have a look in, okay.
This is
Right.
camel. This is Kilobatra. I'm looking.
Right, I'm looking. Don't know if you know. Do you want a towel?
I don't think I do. We're going to have to throw it back. We're about to go in the lock.
Oh my god.
Oh,
They are working hard for their sail below. They are literally on a boat. I'm okay, thank you. I need to throw it back to you, my friend. They have thrown up these carpets up onto the boat. We're just about to go into a lock.
excuse me. I give you good price for a shot.
They're good salesmen. I don't know how they do this. I need to throw it back to you, my friend. You ready?
No.
I'm keeping it. You ready?
I give you good price.
Good throw. Wait, I'm waiting. Come to me. This is crazy. It's okay, I'll throw it back. Ready? 3, 2, you ready? You gonna catch? Oh, what a shot. We playing catch?
Yeah.
Let's go, play catch. One-handed. It's coming back. Catch. I don't want to bite it. That's got to be the highlight of the Nile trip. They are the best salesmen I think I've ever seen. They are just chucking carpets up from their boat, and then people on the cruise that have a terrible aim are throwing it and it's ending up back in the Nile. But from Edfu Temple we had some breakfast, which was nice. It was nice to have breakfast while sailing along, looking out of the little portholes, and then we've just chilled out on the top deck. I think we've just come through... Where are we, Molly? Esna. We've just come through Esna. What's that thing called that we've gone through? We've just gone through Esna Lock, and I think there's another one just coming up now. So I'm praying there's more of these crazy Egyptian salesmen.
We've literally been chilling all day on the top deck whilst we have been cruising down the Nile towards Luxor. It's definitely the best way to see the Nile. You can see how lush and how green the banks of the river is, and you can actually see like the local villages and the farmers with all their animals. I just really enjoyed sitting up there and watching it all. I think we actually have some entertainment this evening. But we're not actually sure what's going on because not everybody has been like the friendliest.
Nothing gets explained.
Nothing gets explained, and also it seems like everyone's having a bad day, but surely that can't be possible. But let me show you the rest of our ship. So on this level you can see down into the fancy lobby area. We have a bar that isn't open up here, and we have some shops, and then down here you can call this like the games area. You have what do you call this? Table football?
Table
Something
football.
like that. And then you have billiards and a pool table. But to use that, it's €5
So we're not playing
per game.
That
so
is
we're
expensive.
not playing. We're not playing that. And then down in the middle, through to the lobby, is the very amply named Horus Bar. Of course, the bar. And there's also a library
Where
with
we won't be reading.
chessboards and dominoes. Yeah, I will not be reading in there.
Can you do that?
Not quite as good.
Good morning and welcome to the famous Luxor. We made it, we arrived late last night and we actually watched a belly dancing show and some traditional Egyptian dancing before checking out of the ship. This morning we were meant to be up at 4 o'clock this morning. It's actually 8:30 to do a sunrise hot air balloon over the Valley of the Kings. Unfortunately, it's been cancelled. We're not actually sure why. We got a text message saying that a local had broken in and tampered with the hot air balloon site because the weather's amazing. So a little bit strange, but we do have a day exploring the temples of Luxor. We're lucky, we've done 2 hot air balloons this year already. It's a shame we missed the 3rd.
So we have a special client, so
No, we have a special guide.
let's go.
Taff time.
Arriving to the Valley of the Kings in style.
Welcome to the Valley of the Kings. We've met our guide Ahmed, and this is the most famous burial site for the Egyptian kings on the west bank of the river Nile.
Let's go and see some mummies.
The design of 3 corridors, antechamber and burial chamber. He was greedy, so he asked for a deeper.
Time to enter the tomb. Unfortunately, our guide Ahmed is not allowed in the tombs with us, but with your entrance ticket, which is 260 Egyptian pounds, you actually get to visit 3 of the 8 tombs. So you just pick 3. We've got Ramses the 6th, Ramses the 9th, and there's one I can't pronounce.
Maybe Ramses the 3rd. There's a lot of Ramses.
There's a lot of
Ramses
Ramses.
is.
This is one of the deepest. It's definitely a workout.
We are a long way down right now, and this is the sarcophagus where the pharaoh would have laid. Unfortunately, all the mummies have been removed.
There's no mummies, only in the museums.
Shukran, thank you. We didn't find any mummies. I think that was us just being a little bit stupid. If you want to see a mummy at the Valley of the Kings, you need to go into Tutankhamun's tomb, which is an extra 300. There are actually 62 tombs there, so eventually there'll probably be a lot to choose from. But just on the side of the road, as we're driving to our next stop, is the Colossi of Memnon. Look at these sculptures. They are monolithic, and there actually used to be a temple here that was destroyed by an earthquake, and for some reason, no one stops here.
Just a short drive from the sculptures is our transport for the day. How we're going to cross the Nile on a traditional felucca boat. This is how they used to travel in ancient Egypt on the feluccas, and they're actually powered by wind, but today we don't actually have much wind, so they're actually having to do it themselves.
I feel like you need to do it.
Yeah, I'd love to have a go actually.
Shukran. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
So welcome in the biggest temple in all of history. It was dedicated to the god Amun-Ra. Welcome in Karnak Temple.
So after our boat ride from the west to the east bank, a 5-minute drive, we've made it to supposedly the largest temple in the world. Angkor Wat will have an argument for itself, but just look at this place. It was 220 Egyptian to enter, and I mean, you could get lost. It's huge. Everyone gets excited about the Sphinx in Cairo, but here you can see hundreds of them.
134 columns. If I'm honest, I actually think that Luxor is blowing Aswan out of the waters all the way away.
Along the Nile.
Shukran, thank you very much. Hello, can Can I have 2, please?
Cheers.
Cheers! Welcome to our last stop of the day. Last but not least, Luxor Temple. We actually found out that Luxor means the city of palaces, because when it was named they thought they were palaces, but they're not. They're temples. So it's actually named wrong. We have a non-alcoholic
This is a malt
drink.
beverage that is non-alcoholic. It's very nice.
Pomegranate pulp. Let me just taste it.
I mean, not a bad view.
Very nice and not a bad view. What we've actually found is all the tourist sites here in Luxor have actually been so much better than even the pyramids, you know, really modern. Ticket booths are there, you can go through your security, and when you come out they have these setups here so you can sit and enjoy the site properly. You can actually walk from Karnak Temple, which is all the way down there, through the Sphinx Avenue to Luxor Temple, but you need special permission. So for now I'm just gonna...
1,800. If you count them, apparently.
I'm not counting them.
So this is Luxor Temple, the last temple that we're going to see in the whole of Egypt. We only just found out today that the gates that enter each temple basically represent the east and the west bank of the Nile, and straight through the middle is the River Nile. And this one is so cool. Look at the size of them statues. Look at the size of these blocks. How did they even get them here? They're brought from Aswan.
I'm convinced it was magic. Like, these would have been thousands of tons and had to carve them. Aliens or magic? Is that for us?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So,
that is amazing.
Yeah, it's for you.
Wow! Thank you so much. We're gonna have to.
Yeah, it's only for you.
We're gonna have to do a double gym session.
Do you think it'll fit in the suitcase? Thank you so much, shukran. I say this a lot, but you actually have made this the best day we've had. From Aswan to Luxor, the best guide in Egypt.
Thank you.
And for our last night in Egypt, this is what £10 a night gets you in Luxor. Look, nice modern bathroom, air conditioning, and a double bed. All you need.